Hi, welcome back to Starseed Rising 333. I'm glad you've tuned back into this channel. And if it's your first time, welcome. And if you do enjoy watching or listening to this video, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe or share, or just leave a comment. Now, this video, was made, okay, to give comfort, okay, to the Lawrence's family, all right, and that's why the topic of this video is called Words of Comfort regarding the death of Stephen Lawrence. Now, before I just tell you a bit about myself, I just want to first offer my condolences to the Lawrence family, even though Stephen Lawrence sadly passed away 31 years ago under tragic circumstances. And I hope and pray that the family will receive the justice that they are still seeking for, because this is what they truly deserve. Okay, they truly deserve justice. And I hope and pray that one day they will receive the justice that they rightly deserve. Now, I just want to just tell you a little bit about myself, because whoever is viewing this video, okay, could be a member of the Lawrence family or someone who knows the Lawrence family or is associated with the Lawrence family. I just want to just tell you a little bit about myself. Okay, I am a Muslim, a high priestess, and also spiritualist. Okay, and I just want to just tell you a little bit briefly. Okay, now that what happened, I lost part of my memory. Okay, and what happened was I ended up somewhere else. Okay, in another county, in another town. All right, and when I was residing, okay, in my at my previous address, one day I was actually in the garden, and I was standing next to a tree, and I just felt something on my neck. I didn't know, I didn't know what it was at that time. I really didn't know, but I just for some reason I just felt something, and I I don't know, something just led me to touch my neck. All right, and then it was later on, because I do, as a spiritualist, okay, I do receive channeled messages, okay? And so when I went inside the house, went to my room, it later on, okay, it just dawned onto me, okay, that the this person or the spirit, okay, that wanted to connect with me was Stephen Lawrence. Yes, it was Stephen Lawrence. And um for some, it's been a while, it's been some time since, I didn't, this is the very first time, okay, I'm talking about this um but I don't know, it could be too that there was some things that had to happen, okay, before um I made this video, okay. And I would say sometime last year, okay, for some reason, okay, I had to return to London, okay, because that's where I work, that's where I was born, all right, because I no longer live in London. And the person that I used to, or I should say my ex-partner, okay, he lives in Southeast London. And then I remember one day, okay, we were um I wanted to, eat a particular takeaway, all right? And then he said to me, okay, because I thought there was like this local takeaway was, where he lived, because there used to be one, I'm sure there was one, there before, but it just turned out, okay, that he said to me the nearest branch, okay, is in Eltham. And I was, at first I didn't think of anything, but then, so while he was when we got to Eltham, I did mention, I said, oh, I mentioned about I just mentioned to him about Stephen Lawrence, and then he said to me, oh, like, oh yeah, this is where the incident happened. I didn't actually go to the actual spot, okay, where he sadly passed away, okay, but um I was in the area. Okay, so I don't know if it was, most likely I believe it was the divine, the higher power. He as for some reason he wanted me to visit that area. He wanted me to visit that area. Okay, and then what it is, I don't know, out of the blue, but I know, it was a lot of it again had to do with obviously um, some channel messages, okay, I got, as well as what it is as well, I don't know, because I also connect with my parents, okay, who sadly passed away, and they wanted me to find out information, okay, about a sibling, okay, a brother of mine. I didn't know him because he was 2 years older than me, and his name was Stephen. His name was Stephen, and so what happened? I went in, to find out because he died at 11 months, and I went into I went on the internet to see if I could find out information about him, like to see where he was, what like where he was, his death was registered, and so forth. Okay, and I wrote it down, and then what happened was there was another time when I wanted to go back to find out, to see if I could find out more information about my brother that passed away, and I kept typing. I don't know why I did that, but his name, because Stephen is spelled two different ways. Okay, Stephen and Steven. But every time, for some reason I don't know, but I kept typing in Stephen instead of Steven, and then again, and another thing was that um the strange thing is that the surname Lawrence, okay, that's why I was just thinking that there must be something, there must be some connection somewhere here. That's why, in order for me to of made up this video, okay, because I think really and truly, I think Stephen, okay, wanted me to put this video out. Okay, he wanted me to put it out because and another thing I just wanted to also mention is that it's strange that how, not really strange, but it's just a coincidence, okay, that the surname Lawrence, okay, my grandfather on my mom's side, his name was Lawrence. So my grandfather's name was Christian name, okay, was Lawrence, and my brother that passed away, his name was Stephen. It's just to say that it was spelled differently. But putting everything together about what happened, what my about my grandfather's Christian name by mother's side, um my brother who passed away 11 months, his name is Stephen, but just spelled differently. Okay, and the fact that, oh, like my ex-partner, he lived in the southeast, and then we had to go to Eltham. These things all together, and also the experience I had with me being in the garden where I used to live before. I just put all of these things together, and definitely, he wanted me to talk about what happened. Okay, now I'm just going to just he just because I know that he's not at sort of like at rest in the sense, at a peace, because obviously, he knows, okay, he knows that his that you, if you are his parents watching this, he knows that that is an ongoing, that you've been through a lot, is an ongoing battle to receive justice. He knows, and I know some people might not agree with, or maybe find it weird to saying this, but I do really believe that Stephen wanted his body to be returned. From what that's been channeled to me, that he feels closer to home, to where he was born, and so at the end of the day, I know for some of you who are viewing this, you might think, oh, well, why am I, but this is what that's been channeled to me. Okay, this is what's been channeled, and I have to say what has been channeled to me. All right. Okay, and for you viewers out there, okay, who've just decided, or you've come across this video and you don't know much about Stephen Lawrence, I'll just tell you that Stephen Lawrence was an 18-year-old black British citizen from, he lived in the southeast of London, and he was murdered in a racially motivated attack while waiting for a bus in Eltham on the evening of the 22nd of April 1993. So it's about 31 years, okay, since he passed away. All right. Now, I just want to just for you viewers, okay, who don't know much about, or you've never heard of Stephen Lawrence, I just want to just tell you a bit, but there's also going to be words of comfort for the Lawrence's family as well. Now, according to the information, okay, I have seen and heard and what have gathered together, okay, I've come to the conclusion that Stephen Lawrence's um, family, okay, and I've said before, have been through a lot, okay, and they're still today fighting for justice, rightly so, okay, for those who were responsible for his death, or for their son's death, okay, and for the alleged, okay, senior detectives who watched the hunt for Stephen's death, also to be held accountable for their uh, decisions and actions, okay, regarding this case. Because even though from what I have learned, okay, and what I have found out, that even though there has been additional information gained by a BBC investigation, okay, program, there, because apparently, all right, in that program, okay, they said that, or they found out, okay, there was six suspects, okay, which were involved in Stephen's murder, okay, but it was not reported to his family, okay, the police or the detectives who were investigating his death, they didn't report it to the family, okay, the and as well as the general public, okay, it wasn't, it wasn't known to the general public as well, okay, because even when I at that time, okay, when I heard about his murder, and because I did follow, okay, when this trial took place, okay, where these suspects were acquitted and so forth, they all, the news, it just mentioned five suspects, it didn't mention six, okay, and while, okay, this fight for justice still carries on, okay, I came across an article um, by the Guardian, okay, and it reported that one of Stephen Lawrence's killers, I think the name is his name, okay, is Davis Norris, okay, will be appearing before parole hearing in May this year. Okay, so now whether the family want to forgive, okay, his killers, that's entirely up to them. Okay, um I can't tell them that, okay, and neither should you, the viewer, okay, or wherever you are, whether you know the Lawrence's family or not, okay, it's something that is a personal thing, all right, and it's entirely up to them, okay, if they want to do that, okay, but I do agree with Stephen Lawrence's father, Neville Lawrence, when he said that he would accept Davis Norris's parole if he is sorry and shows remorse and apologizes to the family for killing Stephen. And I do agree with that 100%. Okay, now I'm just going to talk about the aftermath, okay, what's been happening, okay, for you viewers who have just tuned in, or you've never know, or you don't know, or have never heard about Stephen Lawrence and what the family has been going through, the Lawrence's family have been going through. Okay, now Stephen Lawrence's death, okay, despite being tragic, has highlighted the issue of racism. Okay, um, and as a major problem in society, and is still deep rooted and embodied even in institutions, okay, which were created and meant to protect all individuals, okay, regardless of color, okay, or gender, you know, um, of age, and also to bring about justice, okay, um, and also equality, okay, and even though um, uh, clouds of darkness still lingers around his death, okay, his spirit, okay, his light still shines through like a star shining bright in the sky. Okay, and for your for just for your information, okay, and I'm just talking about in the spiritual sense. Okay, stars, from what I've learned, represent justice. Okay, and Stephen is around. Right now, his spirit is in the world. All right, and he is looking down, and that's why one of the reasons why he wanted me to say this, to talk about this, to talk about what the like what the his family is going through at the moment. And one thing that I was guided to say, okay, by my spiritual team, by the ancestors, by Allah the Creator, because I'm a Muslim, okay, they wanted me to talk about karmic justice, okay, and they also wanted me to put out a warning there for all those individuals who are giving the Lawrence's family a hard time. Okay, if they know the truth, they need to come out and speak the truth. Okay, because all those who continue to block justice for the Stephen Lawrence's family is going to receive karma. Okay, karma is the law of cause, of effect. Okay, the core of laws and effect. So if you know something, you know the truth. Okay, you know what you if you were in like for example a detective and you didn't do your job properly, all right, then you need to come out and confess and admit what you did. All right, there's no point keep blocking, because from the messages and the warnings that I'm getting from my higher power, from the spiritual team, is that if you know something, okay, that can bring justice to the Lawrence's family, you need to speak up. Okay, you need to speak up. Okay, because what's happened, all right, that karmic justice has already been done, okay, in the spiritual realm, okay, and it's also because before any type of karmic justice occurs, okay, it needs to be done in the spiritual, okay, before it comes down in the physical realm. Okay, now but first, okay, now I know that they probably did receive a bit, okay, because obviously there was two of the uh suspects, okay, of who killed Stephen, okay, they were finally convicted. I think yeah, it was Gary Dobson and David Norris. But from what I have information I've gathered, okay, is that Luke Knight, okay, was acquitted. um Neil Court was also acquitted. And there was another gentleman, I think Jamie Orkut, okay, was not convicted or acquitted. Okay, but the strange thing here is that all of them, I would say most of them, okay, has had some brushings or troubles with the law. Okay, and I believe also Matthew White, okay, from what I've the research, okay, which I did, I found out that Matthew White, okay, who was allegedly to be the sixth suspect, died in 2021 at the age of 50, and as I said before, from what my spiritual team is saying, is that whoever is was involved in the investigation, okay, whoever was involved in his murder, they need to confess, they need to admit, okay, they need to basically um come out, okay, come out of hiding, okay, because as I said, karma is going to affect them in many ways, okay, because you see what it is, the way karma works, all right, even if let's say like those people who are responsible or who know the truth and are trying to hide the truth and giving the family a lot of problems, what's going to happen is the way karma is going to return to these individuals, okay, it could affect them, okay, whether it's to do with their health, finances, and it could also lead them to an early death, and it could also as well affect people that they love, family members, people who they have some form of association with, okay, so and if when it comes to friends and family, okay, this is seen as in spiritual terms guilty by association. So even if they say like their friends, those people that are trying to give the Lawrence's family a hard time, that's trying to prevent, okay, this the family from receiving justice, okay, these individuals, they, I'm telling you, then they are also going to receive karma from the Most High. Okay, they're going to receive, and anyone that is connected to these individuals is also going to receive karma as well, because this is known in spiritual terms as guilty by association. Okay, so and if I was to go more into to talk about this in spiritual terms, all right, this could also be a curse as well. They could actually curse their own family by doing that as well. Okay, and this is, that's why it is called sort of like a karmic debt, because you know something, okay, you know what has happened, you know the truth, but you're trying to prevent the truth from coming out. And to be honest with you, if I knew the truth about something, all right, about like I know like somebody knows the truth about a murder of somebody or somebody trying to cover something, I definitely wouldn't want to even associate with this individual or this group of people. I wouldn't. And there's something that I also want to just mention. I know it's not you know really um it's important, okay, it's important, but it's something that I wanted to just mention here, and it's something that the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, okay, of the Nation of Islam, which is a religious organization based in America. I remember one time he was being interviewed by Donahue, okay, and what it is, all right, at that time it was something to do with the OJ Simpson case, all right, OJ Simpson case. And OJ Simpson, if you don't know about it, okay, was that he was acquitted, okay, of the murder or of murdering his ex partner, okay, or under her her boyfriend, okay. And what it was, okay, they did ask Louis Farrakhan, okay, um first of all, they asked, okay, if OJ Simpson, if he thinks OJ Simpson was guilty or something. But anyway, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan said no, he don't believe in his heart that OJ Simpson was guilty. But he did mention there was something, and this is the reason why I think it's very important. That one of the things that the Honorable Louis Farrakhan said, he says, look, he said to Donahue, look, if OJ Simpson, right, did kill, okay, his ex-wife or wife. I don't know if they were, I'm not too sure whether if he was divorced with the wife yet or not. So what the Honorable Louis Farrakhan said, he said that if OJ Simpson is responsible for killing uh his wife or ex-wife, okay, and his ex-wife or wife boyfriend, okay, he says that OJ Simpson is not going to be, he's not going to escape, even though he was acquitted, okay, in court, in the physical realm, okay, he said that he's not going to escape justice in the spiritual realm. He's not going to escape justice in the spiritual realm at all. Okay, because just for some of you who don't know, okay, because what I have learned, okay, that when we die, okay, because everything we do on the planet Earth, everything is recorded, okay, everything is recorded, all right. So, and we are being judged on everything we think, or the way we think and what we do, all right. And then when we die, it's not straightforward, okay. The soul has to go through a process of transitioning, okay. It has to go through. So whatever we may avoid on this planet of while we are alive, we need to face, we are going to face it, okay. There's no escaping here, all right. And this is something that um my spiritual team, okay, wanted to put out, although there were words of comfort for the Lawrence's family, but they also wanted me to put this out as a warning. And as I said before, that as a spiritualist, okay, I can tell you and I can confirm that Stephen Lawrence is right now, his spirit is in the world, okay. He's one of the stars, and stars represents justice, okay. And I really believe as well that he's also encourage me, okay, to say this, to say that all those who know the truth, okay, who want to hide, want to give his family, a difficult time, I think it's time now. The time is now, because we are in judgment season now, okay. Um, and we are being judged, okay, for whatever we do. And it's these, whoever it is, maybe whoever is watching this, okay, they might know a lot, they may know the truth, they might still, still trying to avoid it. But I'm just telling, it is also a warning to all those individuals who know something, and yet still they just don't want to say because they're afraid of something. But you know what, as I said before, that if you think that you're going to escape justice from the Most High, you will not, because the Most High, Allah the Creator, is the ultimate judge. He sees and knows all things. So you cannot hide from the Creator. Okay, you cannot. All right. So let's hope and pray, okay, that one day that all those responsible, okay, would be made accountable, okay. So the Lawrence's family, okay, um can finally receive real justice, okay. And let us remember, and always remember and acknowledge his legacy, okay. And I believe from the information, okay, that I received, that I think there's now a prize and scholarship and center named after him, okay. As well as I think there's also a Stephen Lawrence Task Group based in the Trades Union Congress, okay. And his mother, Doreen Lawrence, she's a baroness, okay. She's promotes, I should say, she promotes, or promoted reforms, I should say, okay, of the police service, and founded the Stephen Lawrence Charitable Trust, as well as her husband, Dr. Neville Lawrence, and have been recognized for their service to community relations. All right. So once again, I want to set up my prayers, okay, to and condolences to the Lawrence's family. Even though it's been 31 years ago, and I do somehow sympathize with them immensely, okay, for what they have been through and still going through to get justice for Stephen Lawrence, okay. So I hope you enjoyed listening or watching this video, and if you did, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe or share, or just leave a comment. Thank you for watching. See you next time, and goodbye.